Aggie head coach Matt Wells and offensive lineman Kevin Whimpey joining us now. Coach, second time around in spring ball, it's over with. How much more successful, how better was it for you than the first time a year ago?
Well, maybe just a little bit more familiar being a head coach, but a lot of the same because, you know, spring ball is all about individual development and then group development in certain positions.
Kevin, you're the only returning starter on the offensive line. I know, talking with Coach earlier, that's one place, the point of emphasis they needed to get taken care of in the spring. So how's it gone for you being the guy that's in charge of that line?
It's gone awesome. I've spent a lot of the time in the classroom trying to help the guys, bring them up to speed, do all I can from a whiteboard standpoint, but going through spring ball and taking some of those valuable reps, I think we really progressed and accomplished what we wanted to up front.
Sometimes when you take on the role as a teacher, you actually learn more than when you have somebody else teaching you. Is that the case with you?
That's definitely been the case for me. So,
how's he handled being the guy on the offensive line trying to mentor these young guys?
He's done a really nice job just, putting his arms around those guys and bringing them in. They're really starting to become football junkies. Just like Kevin, but the thing too is about being a leader is you got to continue to elevate your game, and Kevin's done that as the spring's progressed. He's gotten better and better, and when you become a better player and you produce, it's easier to lead, and he's got leadership capabilities, and he's done a really nice job.
Your spring football game to wrap up the spring drills yesterday. And, Coach, you called a timeout with 14 seconds left, so you get a field goal to win it. Yeah. It's a spring game.
Yeah. There's you always carry an extra timeout in your back pocket. But we wanted it to be competitive and come down to the end, and it sure did.
How was that, getting some real live action for the final time in spring ball?
We loved it. So I'm sure you guys saw some of my celebrations. So I was excited to be out there. It is good to have spring ball over and get ready to move towards the beginning phases of the season.
Probably the best thing to come out of spring ball for you, no injuries.
Yeah, we stayed relatively injury-free, which is becoming now a stress for me as a head coach. But you know what? Football is a contact sport. It's a physical sport, and that's, some of the byproduct of the sport. It happened to us last year, and facing all that adversity, and I think it's made us a better program.
Chucky Keaton, we saw him on the sidelines, walking around, not doing a lot of movement. But will he be ready to go at the start of fall camp?
Yeah, he and Joe Hill will be they'll be full speed the first week in June when we start our summer workouts, and then hopefully they progress nicely through August. But we'll see.
And how's that for an offensive lineman, knowing that you're not going to be blocking for the quarterback you've blocked for in spring ball?
We don't really care who's behind us. It's our job to protect whoever they put back there. So.
Now, you talked about Joe Hill coming back from injury at the running back position, but a guy that showed up yesterday that we hadn't even heard of, he's taken off for over 100 yards rushing yesterday.
Yeah, Rashad's played well. Last year we redshirted him, and he spent the whole year getting beat up by one of the top defenses in the country each and every day, and I think it made him a tougher kid, tougher-minded, and a tougher runner. And he showed up well. He ran behind his pads. Some of that, though, is a direct correlation to the guys up front. I thought our guys had good push up front.
Yeah, how was that? Kerwin Williams, and then Joe Hill comes in, and now you got another guy to fill in for Joe Hill. Yep. Like he said, that says a lot about you guys up front, even though you got a couple of new starters.
Says a lot about those guys, though, as well. They're in there watching film with us, trying to learn our blocking schemes, where they can cut back. So we love to have those kinds of efforts on the back end.
It seems like spring ball almost perfect. Is that the way you take it?
I loved it.
No injuries, everybody's smiling?
Yep. So got what we needed to get done on the O-line.
I'm not sure that was the case every 6 a.m. though.
I smiled.
Yeah, were you smiling at 6 a.m. practices?
I've been through it, so.
We had a few. But, we're an early morning bunch. We meet early in the fall. We practice early, a decent amount in spring, about half the practices, and our kids get up and they start rolling pretty quick.
As far as spring drills go, did everything go like you wanted it to? Did you get what you needed to get accomplished?
Yeah, I think so. The two biggest areas that got hit by graduation were on the offensive line. We already talked about that. And then in the secondary. We lost 3 or 4 guys in the back end. And, Brian Sweets is going to be a 3-year starter at safety. He lines everybody up. But I thought the 2 corners had really good spring. Rashard Stewart and Daniel Gray on the other side. They were very consistent. And we've got more help coming this summer with the junior college kids in the back end, secondary. And we'll have to get them up to speed quick.
Okay, you're a Lone Peak guy. What are you going to do during the summer?
Train with Coach Dave in May, so
Pump some iron.
get my body right.
Eat a lot. Pump some iron.
Eat a lot.
All right, guys. Well, glad to have you in. From what you're telling me, a successful spring football. So now you got a few months to wait. Who do you play on the first game again?
Tennessee.
Where?
Yeah, in Knoxville.
In front of how many people?
Yeah, a lot.
That's going to be cool, huh?
Should be nice.
All right.
Excited.
Yeah.
Kevin Whimpey, Coach Wells, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Rob.
And let's go play some golf.
Let's do it.